Okay, and it's the big breaking news that is now coming in. Rajasthan Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje has prepared a defense to present, of course, to the central leadership when she comes into Delhi tomorrow. And India Today has accessed details of Vasundhara Raje's versions. So, these are details about what Raje's defense is that she has presented to party bosses, and we have broken it down to 5 big points. So we will get you Raje's 5-point shield as to, what really are we looking at in terms of Vasundhara Raje and, how she is really trying to present herself or present a defense. Let's tell you about the first point really, these are 5-point shields which we are trying to tell you. Now the first, she says that she signed the witness statement in her personal capacity. Remember the affidavit, it was a 7 pages affidavit and a 21-point affidavit which she had signed when she was the leader of opposition. So she says that she had helped a friend in her personal capacity, and that because she was the leader of opposition, that she did not have any position of influence at that point. She also, we believe that she says that she enjoyed no powers at the time, that couldn't have influenced decisions. This is 18th of August 2011, the documents that had been put in the public domain by the Congress just 2 days back. We also learned that in her defense, Vasundhara Raje says that the signature is mine. So she has accepted that the signature is indeed hers on the witness statement. But she also says that need to see the documents in full. Because remember, if you go through that document, it talks about extensively about how she says that she is being targeted by the Congress, and both she and Lalit Modi are being attacked as part of the Congress smear campaign. She will also, of course, tell the party leadership that Congress's Mathur panel hounded me and concerned UPA used this information for vendetta. So it is the politics of vendetta as a shield that Vasundhara Raje is using her to save her chair as the Chief Minister of Rajasthan. She's also gone on perhaps to say in her defense that she wanted her witness statement kept secret, but because the UPA was hounding her, so she claims that via the Mathur Commission of Inquiry to investigate alleged corruption cases against her, and she had to get the High Court and the Supreme Court to strike it down. But she claims that the media scrutiny, that the media trial in a way that is happening is unfair, but she will speak out in the next 3 to 4 days. Initially, remember, when questions of affidavit were posed to her, she had completely denied about it, saying that she was not aware of the existence of any such document. Okay, let's cut across live to Shiv Erur, Deputy Editor, who joins us now from the newsroom. Shiv, the kind of points that we are putting out to our viewers to try and explain as to what really is going to be Vasundhara's defense when she meets the party top brass. But perhaps there's also going to be an additional political blackmailing of sorts, keeping in mind that she does have support of MLAs as well to back her.
Very correct, Smita. The fact is that, this 5-point defense that Vasundhara Raje plans to put forward officially before the leadership of the Bharatiya Janata Party, maybe 2 or 3 days from now, is something that we've got from our sources, because it's already been, remember, unofficially conveyed by Vasundhara Raje at various points of time over the last 48 to 72 hours to her party bosses, to both Amit Shah as well as the rest of the party leadership and the command structure, including possibly the Prime Minister himself. Now, the specifics of what Vasundhara Raje has basically said, like you've rightly pointed out, is all boiled down to just 5 points. This 5-point defense that we've been able to distill down here on India Today is that she helped her friend in a personal capacity. That is very well known. That is something we've reported over the last couple of days, because that is something that Vasundhara Raje has been harping upon from right in the beginning. She also says, this is something she's officially conveyed, Smita, that she enjoyed no powers as leader of the opposition. She was not in a power to influence any of the decisions that could have actually benefited Lalit Modi. She has admitted, like we first reported here on India Today about 48 hours ago, that the signatures are hers. She's accepted that, but she says that she needs to see all of the documents before she can come out with a more structured or detailed response about precisely what those documents actually mean.
Yes.
The most interesting interesting part, in my opinion, is actually defense number 4, Smita, because she says that the Mathur Commission under the then Congress government in Rajasthan, she says, was already hounding her, was foisting cases against her. So she believed that when she extended, a hand of help to Lalit Modi, she didn't want it to be used in a quote-unquote false manner, as a political vendetta by the UPA or the Congress government at that time to somehow witch hunt or hound her even further under the auspices of the larger Mathur panel in Rajasthan. And finally, she has said, and this is something of an emotional defense really, Smita, Vasundhara Raje has harped on the fact, and she's been shooting the messenger a couple of times, at least 3 times in the last 48 hours. Right. She says that she does not want to be, held up to these standards by the media. This media scrutiny and this witch hunt that she terms it is unacceptable. She says the things that are being said about her are false, but that she will come out and speak, come clean on all facts in front of the media, not just the party, but in front of the media within the next 48 to 72 hours. So that encapsulates for you what we've been able to access here on India Today, Smita, the detailed defense put out in all of these structured points for the first time here on India Today, that Vasundhara Raje will be presenting, and in fact has already presented before the BJP party leadership.
Absolutely, and what is interesting is perhaps, even as the BJP top brass is celebrating really in a way that that emergency anniversary and going around town, of course, talking about those emergency days imposed by Indira Gandhi, but they're also raising questions about media scrutiny when it comes to their own leaders. I'm joined here by Mr. Tom Barakan of the Congress as well. Mr. Barakan, you heard Shiv Arur put out those 5 points that we have in fact broken down Vasundhara Raje's essentially defense premises too. Now, one of the points that she says is that she was a leader of opposition in 2011 when she signed that affidavit, and that she really did not enjoy as much powers or influence to be using her office in any sort of a way. Do you agree with that defense?
Well, Smita, it's a very strange argument. I think it's one of the worst knee-jerk reactions I've ever heard. She says that she did it in her personal capacity. She was the leader of the opposition. Does it mean that at 8 o'clock sharp she's a personal private citizen, and before that she's the leader of the opposition? I've never heard any reaction like this. This is strange for the leader of the opposition of a state, stating that her personal capacity and an official capacity. She has signed a statement, and what is more worrying, in the points that you have raised, she says she would like to see the document. Does she imply that any document shown by Lalit Modi, she blindly signs? Is that what she is trying to say? That she does not look at the document and she signs away any document presented by Lalit Modi? It's a very dangerous situation. Then the question is about vendetta. What vendetta is she talking about? Now, this is one of the most lamest excuses I've heard.
She's referring to the Mathur Commission, Mr. Barakan, and that is also reflected in that statement broadly, where she continues to say that how this is she has been targeted as part of the Congress peer campaign. I'll
answer that. Yes. What she says in that affidavit, as we all understood in the public domain, this should be kept away from Indian authorities. She does not talk about just one commission. She is talking about the government of India. She is talking about to keep it out from India, that this should not enter public domain. What is she talking to a foreign country? The leader of the opposition is officially stating by signing that paper that this signature is a private deal between a foreign country. What are we seeing? I mean, this is the highest kind of cover-up operation I've ever heard. This is a weak-kneed argument. But what I'm worried is, she is not going with these 5 arguments to the leadership. She is going with the MLA she has behind him. That if you act, I will do this and I will do that. This weak-kneed reactions that we are hearing, I don't think will stand before any leadership which has any understanding of the GOI.
That is an interesting point that you make. Shiv Arur is also there in the newsroom with us. But Shiv, clearly Vasundhara Raje's defense arguments, if on the one hand she is continuously harping that how she was targeted because of a Congress smear campaign, and she even says that Lalit Modi was also targeted because of his proximity to the BJP, to Vasundhara Raje. So, and if the BJP top brass really accepts this argument, then in a way, they accept the fact that Lalit Modi really has done no wrong, and whatever allegations are there against him are essentially a part of a larger conspiracy. This would be a catch-22 situation for the BJP top brass.
You couldn't have put it better, Smita. You know, in many ways for the BJP, you know, this is a Hobson's choice. This is, you know, pretty much between the devil and the deep sea in terms of the implications of a decision one way or the other. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. In terms of, you know, perceived impropriety, perceived benchmarks of impropriety, you know, it's a lose-lose situation as far as the BJP is concerned, and I think the party knows it. Everything that the party has been saying, or rather not saying, as far as, you know, Raje for Lalit, that, you know, we've been reporting on so far, has been just, you know, defending with offense, trying to put the ball in the Congress's court or the Aam Aadmi Party's court, or not saying anything at all. You know, we've got on our, you know, on right here in India Today, we've got 4 of the top leaders of the BJP simply walking away from cameras, refusing to answer any questions. So I think the BJP is very sharply aware that they're in a situation where, you know, bravado or, you know, or tough talk is not going to be one of the solutions to actually get them out of this. Because any little sound they heard, and I absolutely agree with you, Smita, is that anything they actually say could either, you know, endorse what has happened as far as, you know, Vasundhara Raje is concerned, or completely isolate one of its most popular leaders. And let's remember that the RSS is not putting any pressure on this. They are behind Vasundhara Raje as far as, you know, what our reporter Brajesh Pandey has reported just a short while ago. So as far as the BJP is concerned, it's an image battle, it's a political battle, and its adversaries know precisely where it hurts.
Okay, Mr. Tom Varakan, also, you know, as far as the Congress's strategy now is concerned, if for instance we do believe that Vasundhara Raje has the backing of the party and they decide to brazen it out, that Vasundhara Raje stays on as the Chief Minister of Rajasthan, what is it really that the Congress can do? What are you trying to get the other opposition parties on board and perhaps gherao altogether, not just make it a Congress protest?
See, Smita, to discuss the party's strategy on television would not be appropriate. But yes,
Why
I can
not?
tell you. No, because
give us a sense. Give us a sense.
What I can tell you at this point, the collateral damage has been done. I think what they wanted initially was a precision operation of removing some rivals from strategic positions. Now that operation has gone all wrong. The operation is successful, but the patient is dead is something which I repeated on some other television channels also. This is precisely what has happened. A huge operation was undertaken. Now there is this talk about Asteen Ka Samp, which was mentioned by Mr. Azad. I think there is a huge element. This is one huge operation that has gone strategically wrong. I think they need to huddle, get things together. They are under pressure, but the collateral damage, the image of the Prime Minister has taken a beating. Sorry to say this on television, but the reality is the more he is silent, the clock is ticking, his image has sunk. A sad situation for any political party, but the reality is there. Today you have a regional...
You know what, Mr. Varakan, what our sources in fact told, because Shiv mentioned Brajesh, and what RSS sources seem to be telling Brajesh is the message that they want to send out is that the Prime Minister is focused on development, and you know, it's the work of the opposition to really go out hammer and tongs on any issue possible, that they should not be giving in to such sort of smear campaigns, and they should continue to focus on their work ahead.
See, this is not a photo opportunity. This is basically what the people are seeing. There's a perception, the perceptional image of the government has fallen. It has sunk. It's a sad situation. As far as development is concerned, we were into development mode all the time. The question is, they ran this perceptional battle against us. They were successful at that time, but now the nemesis has overtaken the situation. I think this is not a reality show. This is basically what the Indian public is watching, and they're watching it very closely. The perception battle has been lost. The collateral damage has been done. Whatever they may do, the RSS, the High Command of the Bharatiya Janata Party, or whatever they do, I think it's a little late in the day. The regional satrap is going to descend in Delhi, and she's going to vex her muscle. You dare to touch me, and I will do what you have never heard or never will see.
Okay, Shiv, is that what you learn from sources in Rajasthan. We have one of our colleagues, Sanket, also, who's in Jaipur, tracking, of course, Vasundhara Raje's developments. What are you learning? You know, because the BJP somewhere also splits have emerged, be it Kirti Azad, be it the like of an R.K. Singh, who said that the law must be equally applicable and that you cannot be seen helping an absconder. He was, of course, talking in the context of Rakesh Maria, the former Mumbai Police Commissioner, but it also, you know, sounded as if it applied to both Vasundhara Raje to Sushma Swaraj.
I'm pretty sure that, you know, the problem for the BJP is as much inside as it is outside, as we've been reporting, Smita. You're absolutely right. From R.K. Singh to Yashwant Sinha to Shatrughan Sinha, several others, you know, who've been saying unusually sharp, you know, who've had unusually sharp comments to make at a time like this, when there is, you know, an admitted political crisis for the BJP. You've got people like R.K. Singh saying, you know, nobody should be above the law. And anybody who's helped Lalit Modi should also be punished. Those are not, Kirti Azad, of course, has added to the entire mix with his own explosive comments. So like I pointed out, and I completely agree with Tom Vadakan when he says that this is, there are a lot of political questions here, and some of them are definitely at the Prime Minister's door. Remember, you know, transparency, speaking one's mind out. Here on India Today, we've been calling it the Prime Minister's Man Ki Baat. Where is the Prime Minister's Man Ki Baat on four senior women leaders? You've got Smriti Irani, you've got Sushma Swaraj, Vasundhara Raje, now even Pankaja Munde embroiled, you know, in controversies of varying intensity. But we haven't heard a word from the Prime Minister himself. Is it inappropriate to expect that the Prime Minister, who speaks about such a variety of issues, should speak about something as serious as this? Is this not a government issue? Is it strictly a Bharatiya Janata Party issue? I think these are questions that face the party and the government at this time, and I think a large part of the fireworks you're seeing is actually happening inside the party. That's what makes it so interesting.
Absolutely, Shiv. And, you know, interestingly, of course, as Arun Jaitley today, he did meet Amit Shah. He also went and briefed Prime Minister Narendra Modi, is what our sources tell us. And we have to wait and watch as to what really Vasundhara Raje comes and conveys to the central leadership. She's expected to be in Delhi tomorrow. But even as the Lalit leaks fire rages, of course, the former IPL commissioner has taken to Twitter with a vengeance, and he is adding fresh twists to the case every passing day. Thanks so much, Mr. Tom Vadakan, as well as Shiv Arur, for joining us with all that update and perspective. This is a story that we continue to track closely.